This is Singh Bhadoria, Motivational Coach and Business Mentor, welcoming you to Guaranteee, the Learning Hub. 80% of businesses that start end up in failure. So is there a foolproof method which will ensure that every business that is started is successful? Well, if a business keeps into account 4 critical factors, the chances of success are extremely high, and today I will be talking of these 4 things. Let's begin, people, by getting to understand the 4 factors which can ensure that you have a successful running business. So the first and most important factor is exceptional utility. So what do we mean by exceptional utility? Well, exceptional utility means that the mass of consumers wants to use your product. So if you have a product or service which provides exceptional utility, you have a winning formula as far as your business model is concerned. Let me give an example of the Apple iPod. So when Apple launched its iPod, it was a revolution in the market. It was a dream come true for music lovers, because at that point of time, when it was launched, the market was dominated by CD players. People had to carry cumbersome devices to play the CD, which offered a limited number of songs. However, when iPod came with its sleek design, which could be carried conveniently in the pocket, and it provided unlimited songs, it was something which offered exceptional utility to all the music lovers. And that is when a product is able to do that it becomes a product which creates a business model which is extremely successful. And it was one of the products that paved the way for Apple becoming the company that it is today. Of course, today the product is at the twilight zone of its life cycle. However, its features have been incorporated with other Apple products like the Apple phone and the MacBook, etc., which today have iTunes, the software which was earlier available only with iPod. The second factor is strategic price. So what do we mean by strategic price? Strategic price is the price at which the mass of consumer is willing to take your product. However, that does not mean that you need to provide rock bottom prices for your product. For example, DMart, the Indian hypermarket store, when it launched operations, in India, it was a late entrant into the market. However, it adopted a strategy which was extremely successful. It went ahead to negotiate in the best possible way with its suppliers to come out with price points where it could offer the best perceived value to the consumer, along with giving the convenience of all the products available together in its store. And hence, it was perceived as the strategic price point where today the mass of consumers are rushing into the DMart stores. The third factor to build a successful business model is the cost. So what is the target cost that you will set for your product or service which will ensure that you have a profitable business model? If the cost calculation is not done in the right way and the price at which it is sold does not together build a profitable business model, then you are not going to have a successful business. When you're building this, there could be an introductory break-even period that you're calculating, but beyond that point, there has to be a profitability in your business. If you're able to build that kind of strategic price and a target cost, which are able to give you a business model of profits, then you are on your road to success. And the fourth factor, which is the most important one, is that once you have the exceptional utility product ready, you have the strategic price at which you want to give it to the mass of consumers, and you have the targeted cost price at which you're going to get the product. Then you need to have the last thing, which is acceptability by the consumers as well as by your suppliers. For example, in the above example of DMart, where I gave on the strategic pricing, if the suppliers decided to build a cartel and not supply at the best price, so that the price point, which was a strategic price, which ensured that customers rushed into the DMart stores, that would not have been possible. So hence there has to be an acceptability of the product or service by your customers as well as by your suppliers. If you get these 4 things correct, you're on your way to ensure that you have a successful business model. Obviously, there is a lot of depth and understanding of these 4 factors, and if you want to know more, do reach out to me on the WhatsApp number mentioned below, or send a email on the email ID mentioned below. I'll be more than happy to consult and help you drive your business to success. This is Seema Singh Bhadoria, Motivational Coach and Business Mentor, signing off for now.